You do woodworking?
No, actually, I don't. It's just a lady here where I'm getting my nails done at Friendly Nails in Sylvan Lake, and she does woodworking and she shared, and I thought I'd share it with you. I thought it was pretty neat. Those look good, eh?
Anybody who just watched Viva Frey there on YouTube, you know you've pissed the government off good whenever the furries join the crowd and start protesting with you. Idea what they were dressed up as, but they were having fun. If you're in the channel, Britt Bratt would like to be able to join in on the conversation as well. A little workout, so I didn't notice that he had left the chat. I should say.
Credit cards and commercial bank deposits are not sovereign money. Why are we depositing our cash for 0% interest at commercial banks and sacrificing our personal privacy for nothing? It's time to hit the government where it hurts the most. Ask your local government representative today for your central bank digital currency.
Is anyone else listening to what's going on live there with the government? I had to turn it off. Unreal. They're going to take away corporate licenses, freeze their accounts, and then throw in there, oh, but we're helping with housing. Yeah, just their little game they play for mind control, hey?
Watching it now.
TK, when it comes to contacts, what we were figuring was if you don't know them, don't add them because a lot of them could be trolls and stuff. So if you don't know them, don't add them. As far as the team goes, I add our mid team because we trust them, but that's as far as it goes. But again, TK, that's your choice because you have the freedom of choice. So if you feel like you want to add them, go right ahead. It's just that's what we kind of figure.
The mistake of adding somebody, I think, yesterday or the day before, only to find out that they got booted out. So, because they were causing problems somewhere else. So. One of them tried to come back today, and I was able to, I think, block him. I'm not sure. Step out for a little bit. I got to go down to the barn to go do chores in this lovely, rainy, disgusting, icy weather outside.
Copy that. I'm here too. So I'm done my nails and stuff, so I'm online again. Watch them. Watch them.
Yeah, watch Travel Fun 69 on YouTube. He's got, there's one trucker there that has a company box or whatever, the back of his truck there. Actually, I'm not sure who owns what. But anyways, the load is not his. So he has to take his truck out of there. So that's what's happening right now. This guy in a red truck with a load safe pull, and he's wanting to leave because of his company being threatened with loss of insurance and loss of licensing for their entire fleet of trucks. So load safe is going to pull out.
Trucker, we're not related to that channel, so we don't know what the scoop is on there. So we really can't answer that for you, unfortunately. Yeah, but it sounds like that's the only way to get around it when you do get bounced if you can't plead your case. I was bounced from here for saying something that really wasn't a swear, but Les had to let me back because some of them, they view things differently, I guess, so.
Yeah, that plus plus channel is a turncoat channel with turncoat mods, and we have absolutely nothing to do with the plus plus channel. All they did is they basically, it was rogue mods that tried to steal everybody. So if you're booted out of there, good. Glad to hear that. I don't know. This is amazing. Just amazing. I'm just sitting back here, just watching everything, and it's just amazing. And the only thing I can say, watching the Liberals at the House of Commons, is that they created all this. They created everything. They're to blame for everything that's happening.
No, if other people that are writing comments on there, that means the text is open. When he turns it off, TK, only me, you, and the other moderators can actually talk and type. So no, it's still open, and he said he'd be here for a while. Once he leaves, he usually announces it. So for everyone that's listening, only mods can press the button and speak, but everybody else in the forum that's watching and listening, you can text. So just to clarify that discrepancy there, I think that's what Lady's getting at here. Yeah, you won't be able to talk unless you're on the mod team. Sorry.
Freedom Beetle. That looks like an old link to me.
So I just want to apologize. I had posted something yesterday, this morning, actually, when I came back from Ottawa. I didn't watch it, but I had watched it after posting it to the groups. It was some troll channels that were talking about some Antifa movement, and I'm looking into it, and we're actually talking about it in another channel. It gives warrant to give a look at it. Again, I am sorry about the profanity of it. That's not me, and I didn't want to apologize because I was a bit embarrassed at the profanity that carried it, but it is interesting. It's interesting what they're talking about, actually.
For the folks out there having a hard time hearing, there might be a couple of reasons. But first, I should tell you there is a kind of a tutorial on how to run the app and get to know it. It takes a while. Let's kind of touch base on that you need to get to know the app and how it runs. But one of the problems might be is if you check and see your status, if you're on busy, you won't be able to hear people. You'll have to go back and play it. You have to be available for hearing on real time. That might be part of the reason, guys. Do one of the mods have the tutorial on their clipboard to post it to the text for people to look at? I did see someone have it, so if you could be so kind and post it there for the people that are learning, that would be great. Miigwech.
You know, Queen Bee, after all this, I'll be able to say I at least know one Cree word.
BritBrat16. That's a good link. I'm watching that one now.
TK, that makes me happy then. That's progress. I appreciate that. Miigwech.
Give me your fucking money!
Credit cards and commercial bank deposits are not sovereign money. Why are we depositing our cash for 0% interest rate at commercial banks and sacrificing our privacy for nothing? It's time to hit the government where it hurts the most.
Give me your fucking money!
And ask your local government representative today for your central bank digital currency.
Mermaid, there probably is, but we do not advertise those channels, so you'll just have to go check for yourself, okay?
Yeah, I like to keep these chats separate because it's just I value the intellect, like I value the conversation and the people we have the conversations with. But I am admin on a couple other groups that if you would like to chat, that's fine. You can add me. I'll add you to the group. But yeah, it's just for this group. It's very important that we just keep it specific until until everybody's vetted. It's not personal. Just it's just been a hard time. It's been a fun couple weeks here.
I'm back on. Lady, I had tried to explain that to you prior. I'm not sure if you missed the memo there, but mods are only allowed to talk. That's the rule in this group. And so if you're not on the leadership team, you will not be able to speak. But you are able to text. And I had stated too that Les will turn that off also. So when that time comes, you'll know that you won't be able to text either. But right now we're an open mic per se. It's actually only text. But you're free to say what you want on text. But unless you're on the leadership team, you cannot speak. Or post. Oh, no, yeah, you can post links too. No, I was sorry. I correct myself. But that's, yeah, it's mic's just for us leadership team. Sorry. Anyone online there from the mod team have any links, live links for Tommy to check out? He wants to take supplies up there, wants to know what the updates are. And also, Tommy, if you wanted to see what was going on, you can also just pull up your YouTube app, pull up Ottawa, and then press filters and go to just live. And those are live updates also that you can check out. But mod team, anybody got any updates on what's going on so you can help this fella out in knowing what's happening?
Haven't checked out the live feeds as of recently. The last one I was watching was Viva Frey. I'm not sure if he's still down there or not. Things looked pretty good. He definitely said there was a much heavier police presence there. But other than that, everything was still pretty good.
And Tommy, on the note of supplies for this weekend, my suggestion is you just go and they have like a bunch of places where they're accepting supplies at the lines where they have blockades and stuff for people not to continue on from there on Coventry and stuff like that. So you just have to kind of look around and ask, and someone will direct you as to where to send supplies. That's my best advice, I guess. For the listeners and the watchers, please watch what's being written here and just tread carefully and be safe, guys. But watch the channel and see what's being said just to be sure and safe, guys. Baffin, listen to me. You're making Canada proud. You're holding up the line. Don't give up. We're all behind you 100%. And we get it. But stay strong. We're behind you. We promise.
We're all here for you, and honestly, this vibration of us coming together, there's convoys right now that are wanting to start in Virginia. If anybody knows anybody in the States that can give me an ad, we can figure out some more information going on there. This is a movement, and this is amazing that you're on the ground, and I'm so grateful for everybody that is doing this. You are amazing, and we're going to get through this. And yes, it's about silliness, and we'll get through this. Not alone, and a lot of us are questioning the contraindications to this vaccine. We need to look at this, and this is why we're coming together. And this is important. It's important. I hear you completely.
For everybody out there listening, jump on here and text some support, guys. We need to come together. Let's see some support from everybody. Come on, text up, guys.
Are you on the ground?
Just putting this out there to not to scare or anything, but for those of you that are on the ground that are afraid, remember, do not sign anything. Do not sign anything. Do not sign anything. Do not take anything from any type of information that goes down. You do not sign. You walk away from it. You smile. And remember, engaging is what they want. The vibration of just holding on and being there together is what we need to hold on to. They will try and make us feel like we are unworthy. They will try and make us engage into another cause. We know the amendments. We know why we're there. We know what the focus is, and we have to remain focused. And it's okay that we're scared. This is going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Honestly, exactly that. I saw 300 trucks on their way to Ottawa last night. I don't know where all these trucks are going. I don't know if they're planning on coming at different intervals. Every single en route was filled with trucks from Ottawa to Kingston and on the way to Toronto. I can't there's people, there's something going on that's big, and we have to hold the vibration. We're going to get through this. We're coming together. This you're right. This too shall pass.
Just keep it positive. The world a new way to protest, and we'll do our best to show that doing violence just isn't the right thing. Just keep it positive. Kind of wondering where this leaves people like me, where it's actually recommended by my doctor to not get vaccinated because I'm not sure if I'll react to it or not, and I have a high chance of reacting to certain types of vaccines. So
Train, they're side by side. They're the same as one. Let's just put it that way. Like, I don't know if the combination they think they're a powerhouse, but they're both clowns. Let's just face the facts.
I want my central bank digital account. Fuck what anyone says.
Those that know me, I go down rabbit holes, but I really think a lot of it goes down to the fact that we're talking about illegitimate government. I mean, since 1991, it's all bankrupt. And I'm not saying that like file out and don't be a part of the government. We need some sort of authority, but at the same time, I do think that we need to file out. I think more of us need to file out. As another one on this Zillow app Dan B speaks of is the Posse Comitatus, is start our little groups and keep on doing this, get this movement forward, and just remember that collectively together we are a force. It's when we think we're alone, we are alone, right? And together we know that the truth needs to come out. There's a lot of truth that needs to come out, not truths, the truth, the one whole truth.
Military doesn't support Trudeau because military is not allowed to turn against its own people. Although they are there to protect the police, but it seems like the RCMP are more on our side. So there's kind of a catch-22. Also, the military made it very clear that they are not the police for him, and they won't get involved. So no worries there, guys.
CMP that they're seeing, they could be, dressed in camouflage or something too. So who knows?
Well, yeah, that's just the thing is the urban combat setups they got, right? Like the masks, the body armor, all that kind of stuff. They don't necessarily have to wear any type of police insignias or identification when they wear that stuff. So we might not even be dealing with police at all. Like private security contractors can be contracted to provide security, right? And the police themselves might step back, but then they're hiring corporate thugs, basically.
Great point. It actually reminds me of the Ukraine's fight for freedom, when they were talking about the several different groups that were involved. And it is true. That's why I keep on saying it's very important that everybody maintains the mandates and the amendments, and we comprehend that to engage will cause the problem. We don't know what we're dealing with, and some people are great, and some people are some hurt people. So we have to be careful.
mind, this is their first time dealing with something like this too, so we have no idea what kind of range of emotions they're on also. I think the last time anybody requested the War Measures Act was in 1970. So yeah, for a lot of those people, they weren't even born yet.
But in my eyes, that doesn't give them an excuse to continue on knowing that we're peaceful protesters and to clearly see which side is right, regardless of your position. I do get it, though. You know, they have bills to pay. But did you know a fun fact about that is that the OPP are the only ones that weren't forced to get vaccinations, that they were the only organization that they tried not to force to get vaccinated, so they actually don't even know what it feels like, to be honest.
Even like sticking up for them. I'm just saying, like, whenever you go to approach one of them or they're approaching you, you really don't know where they're at in their headspace because like nobody's had to deal with this kind of situation before.
This is true.
With crowd control, the cops that I would normally deal with at, say, Blues Fest or something, their mentality is going to be very different dealing with this particular crowd.
I just want to send a shout out to all those that are posting the links for the helpfuls so that the people that are going in are fully aware of what they're walking into and what to expect. We appreciate that, Miigwech.
If you don't have live feeds on, you might want to find one. They got a lot of police presence right in the middle of the show. I've already taken down one guy, but I did not hear what that was for. But it's definitely starting to push.
For all the listeners out there, I just watched a live. They're asking for people to come to Ottawa, get down to the Parliament core. If you can make it down there, please go down there. They need support, and that's what I'm seeing. Sorry about that, guys. They were sneaky. I was over watching the live of, or not live, but the video of Chris getting arrested, just so I had it for my own eyes to see. And sorry about that. That one slipped there for a second. I got him, though.
Deleted his messages. I was busy organizing a cupboard, so I didn't notice what was happening until I heard it started bleeping a lot.
Hey, guys, there's discrepancies as to where these cops were that just did the arrest and all those cameras. Can somebody tell me that street that's on so I can relay that to somebody that's boots on the ground?
It's almost like we have to find a new precedent or something in how these types of things are played out, right? Because it's true. We don't want to see people lose their rights to have these types of protests, but then it's like, well, where do we draw the line and everything? Because, right? I mean, at this point now, it's turned into an occupation. They've been there long enough. So, I don't know. It's true, though, because you don't want it to change and stop from this type of stuff happening, because it still needs to happen.
Train, do you know what street that is over from
thing is, with somebody that's getting arrested, there's not really a whole lot you can do to help out except for make sure that the person is informed of their rights and knows not to speak until they have a lawyer. Proof that she was arrested?
Guys, when things are getting serious like this, we don't play games, so please don't play games with us because you'll get an immediate block. Thanks. Free, your posts there, your links, they don't seem to come through ever. I'm not too sure why that's happening, but if that's happening regularly, we might have to just stop that, okay? I'll go figure. So as we're talking about where Tamara Lynch is and everything, and people are like, oh, she's probably crying, Reddit throws up there a piece on Tamara crying. Well, you trolls are getting too predictable there. Thanks.
That was a video, I think, from yesterday, from her hotel room or something like that.
Thanks, Queen. You're doing an excellent job.
Nate, Simone, we are all doing an excellent job. I can't do it without all you either, okay? So don't be saying that I'm doing all the work because I'm not.
No, I get it. I was just, congratulating you on, those trolls and feeling them out.
Oh, I'm watching. I'm watching. AKA, I am your neighbor and I'm your sister in my culture being indigenous. So I'm there, girl. Don't think I'm not. Well, I shouldn't assume that you're a girl. I haven't heard you speak. Sorry. You're my brother or sister, and my neighbor.
Big 10-4 on that.
Okay, guys, so I was watching that live over there, when the arrests with, or I guess, an arrest by those, 7 cops on one person happened over there next to the main grounds. And somebody had commented that they saw big cameras being set up. I'm a little suspect of that with, everything that's going on, like with the media twisting things. So I just want to put it out there that, talk with your children that know kind of what's going on, educate them because education starts at home and it's true education so that, when this all comes out and when there's discussions that the factual stuff is coming out and that it's not all twisted for other people's purposes. So, sit down, have chats with your kids, be open with them, listen to them too, because they're our future. And as much as we like to not admit it, sometimes they have some really good ideas, guys, as crazy as that sounds. And just have a chat with your kids and let them know what's going on and be honest. Don't BS them. They don't want you to BS them. They know. They're not stupid. We're not stupid. We had them. They're not stupid. So yeah, just, educate your kids and have a nice chat with them so they know what the real deal is.
Yeah, so Pat King just confirmed that Chris Barber was arrested and they got him down there.
Yeah, I actually saw it happen, so I knew that was factual.
Watched it. Did he resist or did he go like relatively willingly?
No, it was quite peaceful actually. He just told the guys to make sure that we shared it and showed social media what was going on. They were really good to him. They wouldn't say why they arrested him, but yeah, it was good.
Because the more accepting you are whenever they go to arrest you, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier on the person getting arrested. It's easier, on everybody all the way around, and it will be easier to fight in court. But if you assault those police officers whenever they're trying to arrest you, then that's just going to make you look bad, and it's going to be a lot harder to fight. So just keep that in mind, that if anybody's getting arrested, just peacefully do as you're asked, and then go and fight it in court. A documentary on Netflix. It was written more for I know, for young black men in the U.S. And it's a documentary that was done by a lot of black people, and that's one of the things that they always say is whenever you're under arrest, do not resist, just comply and then fight it in court. For the record, I actually didn't mean to be insensitive, but that is actually what the documentary was for. It was written by, I think, predominantly black people that were telling their younger generations on how to be around the police, just because of the level of racism and violence towards them. It was a documentary that was done just educating them on how to reduce the risk of being injured and winding up in prison. So. But it is pretty good rules to follow, that if you're being arrested, don't resist them, just do as you're told, and then fight it in court.
Hey, Fuji, are you listening there? AKA Care Bear? Did you catch our little chat about you yesterday when we needed some love? And I had to explain to Mike what Care Bears were and what the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 stare was. I don't know if he caught that, but you were involved in that. Just thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, it made me laugh, you bringing it up again.
How's everyone doing out there tonight, guys? I see Chris Barber got arrested there. Just wondering if anything else is happening in Ottawa right now.
Well, on YouTube there, they showed one protester getting arrested by like 7 or 8 OPP. I wouldn't even say cops. They don't even deserve that. The .04s are mall cops there. And then they had cameras set up, so they were suspect as to whether this was a setup or not. Some chat about that. But otherwise, no. Otherwise, it's partying and just watching it out there.
For there, that's good. Being strong, we've been there long enough. We might as well stay another while.
Although there has been some word that some are leaving because they're scared because people's bank accounts are getting frozen and such, and they put in this afternoon, I don't know who that chick is there, part of the clown party there, that girl there, Friedland or something, and Friesen her name. That's kind of funny, hey? But yeah, she went and implicated that they are allowed to freeze your bank accounts with your company's trucks if you see the name on there, and take their licenses actually, or their insurance, and whatever else. So I don't quote me on the license. I slipped that out. I meant insurance. I just coupled them together. But those are a couple things that have been said. I think Les touched base on that earlier.
Yeah, back to you there. They got something up their sleeves. I don't know what it is, but there's definitely something up their sleeves there. But we got to be ready for it, and I think we are. We don't want to show no big riots or nothing or anything like that. We're doing pretty good up there right now. So, well, I guess we'll just have to see how it goes. But I got to say this, guys out there, anybody that's listening, Trudeau sucks. We got another convoy too. I think tomorrow morning is going to be on right on the other side of the border there, and they're going to be showing their support for us and that, which is great. The more the better, as far as I'm concerned. This world is in a bad state right now with everything going on, and our freedom is the only thing we got, and our own government's taking it away from us. I mean, take these mandates off. Let us go. Like they're holding us prisoner, trying to hold us prisoner.
Well, me and Miller were talking earlier this morning when it's a little bit more quieter and when chat isn't on, and we were discussing things because, I bring it back to my culture, my people, me being Indigenous, and how they treated us during that time to conform us and to take control and then ultimately try to extinguish us. And how they did it, what my mother told me is how I was in residential was they withheld her welfare check. They were running from CPS in Winnipeg, came to Saskatchewan to our reserve at George Gordon's, and in order for them to get their welfare check, they had to hand over custody of me and my brother to the school. And it just seems that way now, right? It's getting to the point where I'm starting to feel like the people that are on welfare, they're going to start withholding their checks if they don't get vaccinated and comply. So do you see the similarities there? It's kind of interesting, don't you think? What I was saying was there is no source. It's just the chat of what we think might be, in the works, because how they did our people like that sure in the heck looks like what they're doing with their own kind now other than us Indigenous. It's like he implicated a law with UNDRIP so that, we get our freedoms back because we had a government before the Europeans came over and so forth. So they're giving us those rights back, but because they have to give that up, they got to find it somewhere else. So they're turning it on the other half of it. You know what I mean? Like it just seems suspect to me, and that's why we're discussing it. There is no real source for that. That's just the discussion we're having.
Yes, I'd love to be up there, guys. I mean, it's all right for me to be here and listen to things that are going on up there and that, but I wish I could be up there with them guys and just be a kind of a leader too there and speak my voice and really let it out. But it seems like we're not giving up, man. We can't give up at this point. Just a quick note. I talked to an old man the other day. He would not take the vaccine. He said, they ain't turning me into no robot. And I juggled and I said, that's right. Also, guys, we have a lot of supporters that's backing us up in this, up in Ottawa and all over with the trucking and all this, and they just can't get their mouth out there to tell people and to get it across to nobody important. But we got an awful lot of people out there backing us up. Hey, it's our freedom, and the only right we have is to vote. Well, put a vote on this, Trudeau, and you'll see what happens.
Breaker, breaker. Go, truckers, go.
Way to go there, Kendall. Don't worry, them truckers, we're strong, and they're strong, and we're not giving this up this quick. God love my dad, who passed away. He always told me, son, this is it's our land, it's freedom, and all of that, he said, and always fight for it. And I can remember that when I was a little boy, and I always fighted for it. And boy to God, there's a lot of people fighting for it right now. We got to get rid of this. Give us our freedom back.
Camp is being dismantled? Nobody heard me because I had my mic apparently buried. Which camp is being dismantled on the Quebec side?
Never heard nothing about that there. I don't know. I never heard nothing yet. Go ahead.
The police are listening in anyways. That's why we got to keep this thing peaceful. I imagine that both police and media are both listening in on all the channels and watching all the Facebook pages. So whether they listen in on his radios or not, I don't know. But I imagine they're already here. Surprise me if they're already in the Zello channels as well. I know they're in the Facebook groups. I'm pretty sure of that. But I would imagine they're probably in here too. We're getting as tired of listening to the cowboy song as everybody else is. I had a photo. Wizard bounced.
No, Wizard bounced somebody. He was doing what he was doing there. Les would be the only one that could do that to Wizard.
Look like Wes's user handle though.
Truck 22.
Regarding that woman that had the police officer show up at her door to go over the rules of Facebook with her. I do kind of wonder what was her comment that actually brought them to the door.
No, I'm back. My phone died as soon as Les bounced Mr. Mark East. Les, can you solo me, please, bro? I need to chat to you about that situation. I need that account unbanned, because that's basically how I can keep him off the channel. If you just keep banning that account, who's not even doing anything other than broadcasting, it's hard for me to actually keep them out of the channel.
Hold off on posting the tow truck companies until it's 100% confirmed that they are actually there to do towing, because we don't want anybody, trashing somebody's business if they happen to be going there to support. So maybe let's just confirm first and wait and see if the trucks that are going in there to actually start towing.
Oh yeah, it was really coming down here. First it poured rain here in Ottawa, and then we got this little blizzard coming. It's been rough.
Yeah.
If you use the Signal, it's encrypted.
How's everyone doing out there tonight, guys? Right on. I like to see that in the chat. You're on the route from East Coast. Good job, guys. And I bet it is cold up there, buddy, old pal. Attaboy, Coaster 12. I'm from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, buddy. Like to see you go up there, attaboy. You can go further east, my friend. Cape Breton, Newfoundland, a lot further, but East Coasters, boys, are behind you all the way. Anyone on this channel right now in Ottawa?
They are holding the line, guys. I just posted a really beautiful story, a first-hand message from one of the truckers right on the line, so I'm going to drop a link here shortly. That link is a first-hand, little heartfelt recording from one of the truckers directly on the line at Parliament Hill. He wanted his message to get out there, so there it is. Hold the line, boys. Hold the line.
A rough idea of how many people and trucks are down in Ottawa right now?
Sabrina, only mods can talk on this. You can text, and feel free to text whatever you want and your thoughts, but only mods can talk on this. So if you're not on the leadership team or the mod team, you can't speak. Sorry about that.
Hey there, Matt. Do you got a copy, brother? Matt from Windsor?